Okay, so as I told you, what we are going to do in this session is we are just going to understand the basics of SAP S4HANA. What exactly is SAP S4HANA? What were the previous versions which came with SAP? What are the other competitors of SAP? Okay, so these are the things that we will try to understand in today's session. So, as I told you, it should be pronounced as SAP, no SAP, no SAP, right? So, what exactly is SAP? As I told you, SAP is an ERP. Okay, now the question will come to your mind. What exactly is ERP then? ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Okay, what exactly is Enterprise Resource Planning? Are you able to hear me clearly? Raj is saying there is no audio.
Yes, we can.
Raj, can you confirm now if you are able to hear me clearly? Okay. Yeah. So SAP is an ERP, which stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. What exactly is ERP now? Okay, that is the second question. What exactly is the ERP? So ERP is kind of a software, okay, but only benefit of implementing ERP is it is an integrated software. So I'm just introducing the simple terms rather than making it very complicated. So ERP we can say is an integrated software which integrates various modules or various functions of an organization. Okay, let me give a simple example here. Can you just name some of the functions within the organization? Some of the departments maybe you can think about in this way. What are the different functions that an organization does? Just think about a manufacturing company and can you tell me what are the different departments this organization has and what are the different functions they are performing?
Production.
Procurement, someone has said, yeah. What else?
Marketing,
Marketing, so I'll say sales and marketing.
Sales, accounting,
HR,
Accounting,
finance,
supply chain,
HR, finance,
production,
warehouse,
production, what
warehouse,
else? Warehouse, yes. Okay, let's
supply chain.
limit supply chain. Yeah, let's limit it to here itself. We already know that there are many others, but these are good for the example's sake. So these are the different functions that the organization does on day-to-day basis. Think about any manufacturing company. In order to manufacture anything, they definitely need to procure. Procurement means nothing, purchasing. So you need the raw materials, which can be used in the production process. If you are manufacturing a laptop, you need a RAM, you need a hard disk, you need a screen, you need a mouse, you need to the keyboard, keypad, right? Then only you'll be able to manufacture the laptop. So before you manufacture the laptop, you need to have a purchase department who will be responsible to purchase these materials. Same way, there is a sales and marketing department. What is the responsibility of the sales and marketing department? They are responsible for selling the products in the market. Any company, will they survive without selling anything into the market? Definitely not. Most of the companies, whatever they are manufacturing, whatever, even if they are a trading company who are just buying and selling, ultimately everything depends upon their sale. All their balance sheet, profit and loss is totally dependent on how much they are selling. So it is very important function. Accounting, so whatever they are doing, whatever they are selling, whatever they are purchasing, everything involves the accounting, right? So if you are purchasing some material, how much you need to pay to the vendor, that is accounting. If you are selling to the customer, how much you need to pay, sorry, how much you need to collect from the customer is again accounting, right? Same way HR, so there are a lot of HR activities which are done in the organization. HR is responsible for recruitment, HR is responsible for payroll processing, HR is responsible for any bonuses that they want to give to the employees. So all these functions are carried out in the HR department of the organization. Similarly, finance is once your accounting is done, if you want to make the reporting based on whatever accounting you have done. So you want to generate your balance sheet, profit and loss, cash flow statements. Okay, so those are nothing but will come under finance. Obviously, production, manufacturing. In order to store the material, you need a warehouse. Okay, and overall, when it comes to selling, purchasing, production, entire thing is termed as a supply chain. So these are some of the examples. These are some of the departments which are available in most of the companies. Now think in this way. This is a very big company. Just think in this way that the example that we are taking is a very big company. So what was done previously? If it is a small company, what it will do? If it is a small company, they will buy a separate software for each department. Okay, still there are many companies. If you go to the smaller companies, if you ask them, okay, which software you are using to manage your procurement, they will say we are using this software. Which software you are using for sales and marketing, they will say some another software. Which software you are using for accounting and finance, most probably the smaller companies in India at least will say Tally. They are using Tally to manage their accounting and finance. Which software you are using for HR, again they will give you some name that this is a software that we are using for HR. For production, again a separate software. For warehouse, again a separate software. Supply chain, again a separate software. So most of the smaller companies, they are using independent softwares for each department. Now that is exactly the difference between the ERP and the normal software. When we say ERP is an integrated software. This wording is very important. Integrated software. What do you mean by integrated software? So instead of, if a customer is asking you that I have these departments in my company and I want to manage them all in integrated way. What do you mean by integrated way? Integrated way means I need a single software which is capable of handling all these functions. I don't want separate software for procurement, separate software for sales and marketing, separate software for accounting and finance. I want a single software which can give me all these functionalities, okay, and that will make the life easy. How it will make the life easy? Just think, you are from procurement department, I am from accounting department. So if I want to, let's say you are from the procurement department, you created a purchase order and sent it to the supplier. Now supplier has sent the material, that material will come in warehouse, okay, and supplier will send the invoice. That invoice will come to accounting. Now your supplier is asking you to make the payment. You created a purchase order from the procurement, but you are not aware whether the material has been received in the warehouse or the invoice has been received by the accounting team or not. Because you are using completely different softwares. If you are not using ERP, then there will be a huge problem. As a procurement team, how will you be able to know that whether the material has been received in the warehouse or the invoice has been received in the accounting department or not? There is manual work involved. You will call to the warehouse team or you will send the mail to the warehouse team asking them that this vendor is asking for payment. Have you received the material? You will wait till the time this guy is not responding. Similarly, if this guy has responded that yes, material has been received, you will go to the accounting team and you will check with them whether the invoice has been received or not. Again, you will be dependent on the accounting department. He can take 1 or 2 days just to tell you yes whether the invoice has been received or not. So that will unnecessarily delay the entire process. Okay, what is the solution here? The solution is, if I have an integrated software, this procurement department can directly go and see the purchase order history. In the purchase order history, it will clearly show him that this the material has been received on this date. It will also tell him whether the invoice has been received or not. If it is received, what is the status? When is it expected to be paid to the customer? Right? So all these things, if they are integrated, it would be easier for the management. And that is exactly what ERP does. ERP is not just a small software which can be implemented separately for each function. ERP is an integrated software which integrates various functions of an organization. This is very important. and SAP is an ERP. So we are not saying SAP is only the ERP available. There are many other ERP products available in the market. Some are small, some are big. The biggest one is SAP. If you see in terms of the market share also, and if you see most of the bigger industries, most of the bigger organizations, which ERP they are using, you will get the answer they are using SAP. So there are some other players also. There are some other ERP vendors also who are providing the ERP services, but SAP is currently, maybe from last 10, 15 years, SAP is the most popular ERP product available in the market. Okay, so just remember, SAP is an ERP. It is the software which integrates all the different functions of an organization. What are the different functions? Different functions can be procurement, sales, accounting, production, warehouse, supply chain, and all. Okay, but before that, what exactly SAP stands for? So maybe the first point I will write here is SAP stands for Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. This is a full form of SAP. Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. Okay, so even if you remember this much is not enough. It is very important to include this also. So whenever you are going for the interviews, normally for the beginners, they can ask this question: do you know the full form of SAP? So if you just remember S is systems, A is applications, and P is products, it is not enough. This one is very important. So systems, applications, and products in data processing. This is the full form of SAP. Okay, so SAP is one of the ERP product available in the market. Now, what are the different products available in the market? So what are the different ERP products? Obviously, number one is SAP. Do you know any other ERPs? Have you heard about any other ERPs?
Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle,
Oracle,
BAN,
Of Dynamics, yes, one by one. Oracle, BAN,
Ramco Marshall, Indian one,
Ramco. Which one you said? Any others? Do you remember?
Tally will not come under ERP.
Although they say Tally as ERP, but according to the definition, it should not come under the ERP. But maybe for the smaller companies, if they are saying yes, they can manage their inventory, they can manage their purchases, is fine. Okay, so maybe if you want, I can enter Tally also here. So now the thing is, although we can say these are the ERP products, but again, it totally depends upon the size of the company. So if, for example, if this Microsoft Dynamics, and there is another product from Microsoft, which is Microsoft Navision. So these two products, Microsoft themselves tells that these two products are mainly for small and medium scale industries. These are not for the companies who are huge companies. Okay, if I go for the huge companies, most of the huge companies, what softwares they are using? So SAP and Oracle, these are the two ERP products which are used by the big scale industries. Otherwise, even BAN was very popular previously. If you go 15, 20 years back, BAN was even more, not even 15, 20, even more than that, 25, 30 years back, BAN was more powerful than SAP. SAP came later. BAN was even more powerful. BAN, JD Edwards, these were some of the